Hi everybody, it's me again. Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who don't know, I'm Tina. Hi. Yes, today we're going to be doing one of those craft kits that I got at Five Below. Yes, we're going to test it and see if you can actually color on these with the markers provided. Now, if you've seen my Five Below video before this one, I bought some markers so that we have a wide variety of markers to use in coloring these. So I'm going to pick out the one that I like the least. And here are the Squishies. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you on down so you can see everything that is going on down here, not here. Oh, look at my nail polish. I did that Five Below haul, and I totally forgot that I did buy some nail polish because I couldn't find my hot pink, and so I found this here at Five Below. It's kind of like a candy pink, and I do need to do some touch-ups because you can see it's chipped and stuff. But yep, I got those at Five Below as well because I wanted to do my toes, and I decided to do my nails the same color. But yeah, we're going to bring you on down so we can do this. Yeah, so here we got the Squishies. And here we got the markers, and we don't need the box. But I'm going to save it to put the Squishies we don't use today in that box. So we're going to get these markers out. I think I'm going to just bring you up a little bit. Okay. We will try the coloring with the markers they provide and see how it goes. I should read the instructions. I don't think there's going to be many. It says, includes all the supplies you need, 5 blank Squishies, 7 markers. Okay, here are instructions. Use markers to create your cute and colorful Squishies. It says wait 45 minutes. Yeah, let me put my glasses on so I can see. It says wait 45 minutes to 1 hour for the ink to fully dry and then start squishing. Okay, so I think I will do the one I dislike the most in case it gets ruined, which I think is going to be the little duck. So let's go ahead and open the bag. And I think this one here is the duck. And keep them close because I do have a cat that sheds black fur. I'm going to put the rest back in the box for safekeeping. So let's play with the Squishy. Let's see how good of a squish it is. Oh, it's kind of slow, not very slow, but it is kind of slow. Okay, so do I want to see what colors they use? Yeah. They use pink for the body and for the head. And then what black for, I don't have no black, but I do in here, but we're going to use these ones first. And they said pink for the body. I know I could use any color I want, but we're going to try the pink and see how it colors. It's not too bad. And they did say to wait, and I'm going to wait a full hour. So here's a little arm. Try not to get the color on the arm. And we got to avoid getting it on the little feeties too. Let's get around the little arm and the little neck. Now be careful not to touch the wet marker because it'll probably ruin it. Now be careful not to like get it on the face. I'm gonna try not to get it on the face. I don't want to get the pink where I don't want it. Do any of you guys play World of Warcraft? Yeah, I just recently got back into it. I hadn't played it for probably a couple of years, so there is a whole bunch of expansions that I have not done. So I'm playing catch up on all the old quests and stuff. And for any of you that don't play World of Warcraft, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not a very good coverage of it. Do you notice that? Well, it needs like 2 coats like paint usually does. You see that? It's not really smooth. But maybe if you do it with more than 1 coat, it won't be so. It won't be so. It'll look better. I'm imagining what it's going to look like once it's dry. I don't want to. Ooh, is it like? Oh well. I got a little bit of pink on the thing. I'm just going to make it into a little heart. There, I made it into a little heart, so my mistake isn't so bad. I want to let the front dry before I attack the back of it. So I'm not making a huge mess on the front. And then I'm going to do the little nose in yellow. And I'm going to do its eyeballs in green, carefully. That looks cute. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the little thingy on top here. So I'm just going to carefully hold it. That's cute. I'm just going to kind of carefully bring it around the side. But like I said before, I'm not going to do the back until the front is completely dry. They say 45 minutes to an hour for it to dry. It is adorable. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? And my little mistake made a cute little heart. I think that is perfect. But yeah, I'm going to let this dry for about an hour. And then we will come back and paint or color in the back of it until we're finished. And you'll have to let me know, what do you think about the marker and how it looks? I think we need to get some fabric paint and sand them because it is very smooth. So it will definitely need to be sanded, added some texture, and then, you know, paint it. So, but yeah, we'll finish this one up and color it in with the markers, and then 45 minutes to an hour, I'll be back. Bye. Yeah, hi everybody. We are back with the squishy coloring thing that we were doing. So I'm trying to pull it out so I can show it to you. I tried doing a little heart. I tried doing a little heart up on its head and I messed it up because I did the little heart down here when we made a mistake, and I was like, oh, I'm going to put another one up here on its forehead, but that didn't work out very well. But I wanted to show you the coloring job that we did with the markers. As you can see, I did finish it with the markers off camera, and as you can see, it turned out really bad. This is like 3 coats with the marker it came with, and then I did buy the markers I showed you from, I think I got them at Walmart, and I went over it with those, and yeah, it looks pretty bad. And so what I did, which I told you I was going to do, I bought some fabric paint. Yep, I bought some fabric paint, a whole bunch of different colors. Hold on, let me grab them all. Let me grab all the fabric paints. Let me bring you down so I don't need to try to lift it. You can just see it in my hands. Yep, here's the fabric paints I bought, and I'm thinking this color right here, this hot pink, will be perfect for our little chicken dude. But we'll also need some white paint to paint over the entire thing to give us a nice fresh canvas to paint on. Yes. So I do have one of these, which I have been, you know, doing what Mariah Elizabeth says to do, and that is to sand it. I'm hoping this sandpaper is strong enough to do what it needs to do, but I'm trying to sand it. I'm going to bring you on down so you can see my messy table. I'm trying to sand it without breaking it because I don't have no puffy paint to fix it if I accidentally tear it. So let's go ahead and sand the heck out of it. I did sand it off camera, so it might not look like I'm doing much sanding on it, but I am. I am sanding it a lot. I just sanded it off camera. So I'm going to grab me a paintbrush because we need to start by painting it with white to cover it up. So, yep, I put everything in here along with all my new paintbrushes. So we'll use, trying to find the one I used already. Is this? No, this is the one I used. This is the one I've used before. Let's put the top back on it. So first things first is we're going to do with white, and we're going to paint the whole thing. And of course we're going to have to wait for it to dry, so we'll probably just paint the front of it on camera, or at least some of it on camera. I'll finish it off camera, wait for it to dry, and then we'll come back in with the pink and do it all. I'll probably do the little eyes and the mouth off camera, so just making sure I'm shaking it. This is supposed to be fabric paint, so this should do the trick. Ooh. Let me pull this off there. Use it all. I don't want to waste any. No, I don't. Might need more than one coat of the white, because this ain't covering up nothing. Okay. It is filled to the rim. So let's pray and hope that this will work. I'm hoping it'll work because I don't want to put all this effort into doing this and having it look really crappy. Because that would not be a fun thing. No, it won't. But I'm guessing it's definitely going to need more than one coat. I'm trying to go over it so that it leaves no bumps and stuff. Yeah. And you couldn't see it with the marker, but it actually has some texture in the like bathing suit. I don't know if you can see that. I can see it though. Yep, I'm thinking once I get this dries and I go for a second coat, it will cover it up much better than it is right now. So I'm just kind of, my hands shake no matter what I do, so. Trying just to get the front done. Okay, so we're going to let this dry. We're going to let it dry, and then when it comes back, when it's dry, I'm going to do it all again, do the back, etc., etc. And when all of it's dry and it's ready for the pink, we'll come back and film that. So, and see how well it covers and see how well it works. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it worked just fine. Excuse me, I want to burp and I did, so excuse me. Anyways, we'll be back when it's ready for the next step. Bye. Okay, we are back with the Squishies. I believe I did do a video showing you how doing it with the marker, it was looking really bad, and so I had ordered some not puffy paint, but fabric paint, because I had watched Mariah Elizabeth. You should check her out if you haven't seen her before. And she does, extreme squishy makeovers, and she always uses, fabric paint to paint them. So I bought some fabric paint, and I'm not sure if it was the paint I bought or if it's just, normal that you would have to do coat after coat after coat. And so that's what I was doing. That's why it's taken me so long to put a finale on this video series. Well, it's not a series, but these videos. And this is the fabric paint that I bought. It's just Tulip. I can't read it without my glasses because I'm blind without my glasses. It says Tulip Brush On Fabric Paint. Okay, so here's just, the pink. The reason I'm showing you the pink is because, as you know, we started with the little duck. And here is the little duck. This took probably 10 coats to get to this, to where you could kind of see it. And I did try doing a little flower up here to cover up a little, spot I put up there. And then I did some hearts on it. I did that heart to cover up another spot that I did on the white. But then, while painting it and stuff, my hands would get paint on them and I'd accidentally touch the white. And so I gave up on trying to keep it completely clean. And you'll see, on some other ones. On some other ones I've done that it's even worse, but the little ducky, it turned out quite cute. I did go back in after painting over everything with white and did the eyes and the little beak with marker, and I think it turned out really cute. Now, I just want to talk to you about this little, I think it's a bear. It's this little bear I drew, or colored. I didn't draw it. Anyways, so I was trying to figure out how, because on the little box, I don't know where the box went, I might have tossed it, but on the box, it showed the little bear as being brown. And so I am trying to make, brown, because my paint didn't come with brown. And so I looked it up, and it said, mix red with blue with yellow or something along those lines. I don't remember, but that is what I did. And this is the color I got, which was this really dark gray color. And I was like, fine, I'll just use that to paint my little bear. And it's not a koala, because I do have a koala bear right here. But then I'm talking about just now, before turning on the camera to film this video, I looked over at my little, fabric paints. I have them sitting over here behind you on the table. And look what I saw. I actually had brown paint, and I didn't even realize it. So, don't ask me. I must have had a brain fart that day. I had to do, multiple coats as always. And each time I did it, I was, reaching for my paints. And not once did I notice this brown paint. I only just noticed it today. Don't ask me where my brain was. Obviously, it wasn't attached to my head. I don't know where it went. But anyways, I think the color that I did use for the little bear turned out adorable. I did do the accents, the nose, the eyes, the cheeks, the ears, the little toes on the feet. With marker, it was just easier to be able to do the little details with something easier, and getting, paint and stuff on my fingers and touching the lighter parts. As you can see, this is filthy with greens and all those other colors. Now, I wanted to do a finishing on this. We got some dots to do on the little strawberry chickie. And we got some little stripes to do on the raspberry. And then I got to finish the back of the pineapple. I thought we would do those on camera and then put a finishing on this video. So I'm going to bring you on down, because we're not going to dilly-dally. We're going to get this done. Yes. So come on down. So there are the cute little bear, the chickie, and the duck. So I got this color out to do the little dots on the little chickie. I thought this would probably, if I can get it open. These things are hard to open for some reason. I don't know why. You can't see me here. I'm going to bring you up so you can see how much I'm wrestling. There we go. I hope I didn't get it on my new shirt. You saw how much I was wrestling with that. So we only got like 7 of these little dots to do. So we're just going to be careful, try to, and just do a little dots. Now these markers are juicy, so I don't need to put, a lot of pressure on them to get the ink out. Just going to finish up this one. Now when I got the fabric paints, they're all, bold colors. And I wanted to do my squishies in pastels. And so I went and I used the white and added each color to make a lighter color. Here's like, the orange. Let me put the top on this. Oops, trying to put it on upside down. Okay. Yep, here's orange I made. I'll get it open. It's my pretty light orange. I'm not going to show you all of them. I'm just going to show you some. Here's the yellow. Now, this initially was the color of the chicken, but it just wasn't dark enough because with the light colors, I was having to put coat after coat after coat even to get it show up a little bit, and it was a very, very transparent color. And so then I went back in with the full bold yellow to do the chicken, and I think it does look much better. Oops, I didn't notice there was some on the back as well, but we're going to have to let these ones on the front dry, or they will smear all over the place and that will look bad. So we're going to take the pink. I think I'm going to use the pen tip on this one if I can get it open. So in this thing, I just want to do the little swirls on here carefully. Isn't that cute? There's another one over here. And the paint kind of stuck to it, so it's kind of, you can kind of see it. They're on the back too. Yes, they are, but I'm not going to do the back. I'll do the back off camera because I want to make sure it is dry on the front before we do the back. But yep, that's the front of it, and I already did. I put a little hearts, a little flower. Let's check that flower dot. I think I'm just gonna. No, I don't want to do that. I was thinking for a second there, I'm thinking this is purple. I was thinking I had purple in my hand, and I know I don't. I think that is good. Just want to make sure it is seen. Okay. So now we will finish the pineapple on the back because I already finished it on the front. Yeah, this got smear all over it. I might go back and repaint this and then redo the stripes because when I was doing the feet and stuff, it got all over my yellow paint job. But the back looks really pretty, so we're going to try doing the stripes with this pink color carefully. Try not to make too much of a mess of it. Oh, I just noticed it has a little tail. So I'll have to go in there with some gray. And of course, it don't have to be perfect. Nothing in this house is. But I don't want it to look nasty either. Now, that side looks much better. As you can see out here, I couldn't even hardly see the lines because of all the gray that was on it. And so I ended up doing the entire thing, and it's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be like that. And so I will fix the front, do the paint job on it again with some yellow. I think I was supposed to, and I forgot. And I didn't check the back to see how, yellow that side is. But, yeah, I definitely will redo that off camera. I do want to show you this is the little frog that I did for my son. And I did finish this one. I put little feet on him. And on the picture, it showed like these little dots. And this is supposed to be an orange. I'm not sure if you realize that, but yeah, that's supposed to be an orange. And on the box, it showed some little dots on its belly. I'm not sure if it helps. If it helps make it look like an orange, but yep, I colored that one for my son. And then for this one, the koala, it's supposed to be an avocado. And so I'm thinking avocados have orange, orange skin and a yellow pit. And then my honey's like, avocados have green flesh, not orange flesh. I actually had to look up online what an avocado looks like. An avocado has a brown pit. I thought it was like a light yellow tannish color. Don't ask me why. I don't eat avocados. but it's actually supposed to be brown with kind of a small bit of white around the pit, and then it's supposed to have like a fleshy green color. So I'm definitely going to need to go back in and fix my koala off camera. But I got this color out because I wanted to do this one up here again. I did do the top little leaf part without using paint. I had the markers out and I noticed I hadn't painted this part yet, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it with a marker. And that's what I did. Try not to touch what I've already done. My hands are shaking. My hands always shake. Trying to make it look halfway decent. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. And my hands would stop shaking, I'd be doing good. Okay. It's going to be good enough. I'm going to come in with a gray, a lighter gray. I'll probably just use the paint so I know it will match this here to do the tail on it. I didn't notice a tail. Does any of the others have tails that I missed? I don't think so. Nope, that is the only one that has a little tail, but I'm going to bring you on up and I'll show you all the squishies that I have done or have almost finished. So we have the little koala bear, and we have the ducky. We have the little strawberry chicken. Then my avocado koala bear, which looks the worst, I think. That is the worst one. I'm definitely going to redo the fruit portion of my little koala bear because it looks really bad. And then, of course, the little frog that I did for my son. Oh, I can do one thing with this before we say goodbye. Those tops don't like coming off. There is a little stripe on the lettuce part that I haven't done yet. So we'll just do that real quick. I'm just going to carefully outline it with this dark grayish black color. There. And then he is finished. Isn't he cute? I think I want to do a little outline where the leaf starts. Carefully. Yeah, I think that looks okay. I think it looks okay with a little outline and dark, kind of like a shadow, to show where the leaf's supposed to start and the frog starts. But, okay then. Let's put the lid on this so my markers don't dry out. But, yeah, you'll have to let me know which one is your favorite. If I had to pick one, I think it would be this one, the little ducky. My second favorite would be the chicky strawberry. But you'll have to let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite, which one is your least favorite. You got the ducky, the chicky, the frog, the bear, poor koala bear. And that's it. We got the 5 there. You could choose which one's your favorite. Let me know down in the comments. But thank you so much for watching, and if you have a comment or a question, just leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave it a little thumbs up? And if you have not subscribed yet, you'll see my little face. It's going to be right here. You can click on it. Click on it if you would like to subscribe. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Jazz hands. Bye. I can soar with the eagle, flying high above the